It's good. We're learning.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
Absolutely. Teaching ourselves, though, which is
That's
impressive.
the biggest part.
Yeah.
Everything here, self-taught, or the internet, because the internet's
Believe
dope.
it or not. I know it's hard to believe.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that this level of content can come out of nowhere like this, but it does.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence that it does. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beside the Point. This is 23.
23. MJ.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Jordans. I was listening to that song on the drive here.
LeBron, though. It's a good song.
Wait a minute. LeBron, stop
23.
with that.
Draymond Green, man.
Oh, shit, man. I had a kid. I was a sixth grader playing elementary school basketball.
Right.
And LeBron, it might have been his rookie year, right? The kid picks 23 and it's like, oh, man, Michael Jordan's cool. He goes, no, man, this is for LeBron James. I was like, that kid's 18 years old. Had he been like, this is for Michael Jordan, maybe the kid would have gone places.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not, though.
Anyways, here with Kyler Regal.
I am Kyler Regal.
A good friend of mine. Anyways, congratulations on your Eagles.
Hey,
Super
thanks,
Bowl.
man. Big win.
Big
win's
win,
coming. My Raptors beat the Celtics by 20 tonight. I'm having a good week
You're kind of
sports-wise.
all over the place with your sports.
Yeah, my Chelsea, they did lose by 4 to a real garbage-ass team, though, so we're having a rough time.
Chelsea, I think that's the only soccer team I know. Really.
Yeah, well, we got our asses kicked.
Yeah.
So.
Now, are you a Tom Brady hater? Or you hate the Patriots?
Actually, I think he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. I don't think there's a conversation to be had here. But I'm also happy the GOAT fumbled on his last drive and sat down like a toddler in the middle of the field and pouted like a bitch before they pulled him off.
Real Tom Brady move, honestly.
Yeah, real classy.
So was that the first Super Bowl that the Eagles have won?
That is the first. Also, speaking of real Tom Brady moves, though, he did not shake Nick Foles' hand before he left the field that day.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, which is a real petty-ass baby move is what that is.
Well, he got beat by a backup quarterback.
He did, yeah.
I'd cry.
I mean, I'd be pretty bummed, but the kid had a great game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, kid, he's 29. He's older than both of us, but...
Is he?
Yeah.
How old is Carson Wentz? Like 24?
I bet he's younger than we are.
That's ridiculous. He's
Yeah.
like a fucking
That's what I'm saying. It's his second year in the league. You stay 3 years. Probably got drafted when he was 21. He's 24. So he might be 24.
We'll get a bowl game, probably.
Yeah.
He stays healthy.
Yeah.
We started this little thing together.
We did. We built it from the ground up.
We're still building from the ground up.
We're still very much at the ground. We built it from the ground to the ground.
Laying the soil right now,
Yeah.
I would say. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
About myself,
Where you from? You always say back home.
Yeah, I say back home a lot.
Yeah.
I'm referring to two different places when I say back home.
Okay.
Garden City, Kansas, / this little town outside of there called Sublette, which is where I was kind of sort of born and spent
Is that
the
like
first.
flat ground, Texas, or Kansas?
Oh, yeah. Like, you can see for miles and not in like a fun way. The saying for Southwest Kansas, which is this area, is that there's a pretty girl behind every tree. The problem's finding a fucking tree.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, so.
The pretty girl behind every tree.
Problems finding a tree.
Trees.
Yeah, it's just not a single tree.
Nice. So
yeah.
what's Kansas like other than no trees in the field?
It smells like shit. They have a lot of feedlots out there. They raise cows, so it just literally smells like cow shit year round.
Dabble in that at all before you?
No cow shit, not for me.
Cool.
No, but then we moved on to Enid when I was real little. Enid's fine, I guess, if you like meth and stuff. Meth, it's cool.
Really big meth town?
Yeah, huge meth town. We were number 2 in the country for years. For
Second
distribution
to
of
McAllister?
Who knows?
Meth-Callister?
Yeah, Meth-Callister. Who knows? We were number 2 in the country because of our proximity to I-35 and Highway 412. You could go east-west, north-south, real easy.
So really so that's where the meth traveled, I guess.
It's where it originated from, and then it hops on the highway and moves. A lot of cooking it.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lot of dealing it though. I mean, a lot of people use it.
You ever see any of that out
You've
there?
seen it? Yeah, for sure.
See, like cooking it, or?
No, not a lot of cooking it. I had a girl who I used to hang out with who, from her driveway, could point at 4 or 5 different known meth labs. Like, they'd been arrested several times.
Jesus.
And kept doing it, yeah. Just from her driveway. She'd be like, they're cooking.
Any of them ever burned down?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know about hell yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
But it's like, that's what most of the fires in Enid are.
Right.
I would argue.
Yeah.
There's not like a Enid city council person that goes, no.
So you moved to the big city for college?
Yeah, when I was 18, moved up here to go to UCO, and then that stopped working out. I learned I could party professionally.
Absolutely.
And I was real good at that, so I dropped out.
As most freshmen do.
Yeah, as most freshmen do. And that was cool. I enjoyed my first stint at UCO well enough.
You studied the same thing? What are you studying now?
Studying professional media now. Initially, I believe I was on a PR degree, which they don't even offer anymore. I think they call it StratCom now. And then I switched to a photography major. And then somewhere along the lines with that, I realized that, like, anybody with a camera can do that. And I don't mean that in a shitty way if you're a photographer. I just mean
that's definitely true.
So, like, I kind of was like, man, what am I doing? Like, I'm clearly pretty directionless here. So I just stopped going to school. Worked at a Jimmy John's for a year and a half, managed them. It was nice. Then I realized, man, you can't manage a Jimmy John's forever. Moved back to Kansas to go to community college up there in Garden City. So that's why that's back home again. Yep.
Back home. I think it's funny when you say that.
Yep.
So did you already say what you're studying now?
Yeah, professional media.
Yeah. What do you want to do with that? Do you want to pursue something like this?
Like like this is a start. Yeah, podcasting would be good. Really, any alternative media. I'd love to work for like a music website or video games or movies or really anything that's not real news. Would be great.
Yeah. Fun news, entertaining.
Sure,
news,
yeah, stuff that makes you happy, not that makes you sad.
Right, yeah, because I always tell people like, oh, I'd like to do some sort of like audio journalism or broadcast journalism or something like that. They're like, oh, get into the news, be a news anchor.
No, it's terrible.
I don't want to report.
That's not how it works.
Sad stories.
It's all depressing. Yeah,
you know, like Sirius XM or something would be really cool.
That'd be great. Just being like a radio shock jock.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got some friends at school who do it for one of the morning shows around here.
Right on. Or hopefully this shit will just take off. And
that'd be nice.
We can just do this.
I can drop out. We can hang out with microphones. Maybe someplace other than in front of this bookshelf.
Yeah. You want to tell a story? I mean, it's not like a huge, crazy story, but...
No, it's not a great story. It stems from... I had an interview at a restaurant that you worked at. It doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it exists. Our location doesn't exist.
Yeah, the point is it doesn't exist anymore. But in my interview, the manager interviewing me, asked me what I was into. I said, well, I listen to a lot of podcasts. He said, what do you listen to? I said, well, Kind of Funny is it's one I've been listening to lately at that time. And he's like, oh, man, we've got a guy. He really likes Colin Moriarty. It's all he talks about. And so, like, I think my first day. Yeah. I think my first day, he was like, hey, Zach, this is the guy I was telling you about. He also knows who Colin Moriarty is. And I'd never met a human being who knew them, like, in person. I was like, oh, man, that's cool. So we joked around about it. I was like, man, I'd like to do that. And he's like, oh, shoot, I would also like to do that. And so we kind of joked about it for a while. And then for some reason, it was just the two of us at the bar one night. I have no idea what led to that. Not that, like, two guys can't just go get drinks and get drunk together. But for some reason, nobody else came out with us this night.
Eric was probably asleep.
Yeah.
Cam was
probably with his other roommates who he liked better than you guys.
Right. Yeah. That's probably
Nobody else was there. I mean, I was just like, for some reason, it was just the two of us getting drinks. And we got a little drunk, and we were like, hey, let's do it. And they're like, all right, man. So we took us months to get it off the ground, in fairness. I think I started in February, and I think the first video came out in June, into May.
Yeah, well, it took us probably about 2 months to finally materialize this idea and be like, okay, this is actually something we're going to do.
To drag some other people, drag some other people into it. I sold plasma in order to
multiple times.
Yeah, 4 or 5. For this microphone, my piece of that mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of the change went over for this webcam over here. It's Plasma built this. It's literally built on my blood.
It is blood, sweat, and tears. I would say.
Not a lot of tears.
Yeah, it took us.
I don't think I've cried once.
We got a lot of podcasting to do.
Yeah, we do. We can get some tears out.
Get some guests maybe later with some sad stories.
Yeah,
maybe happy stories.
Maybe later. I've got some sad ones we'll save for another time.
It took us probably about a month and a half, 2 months to finally
just to get it going.
Microphones.
Yeah, we had to get. Well, the two of us, we figured we couldn't do it alone, and I'd still stand by that. We can't. So we dragged Eric Crane's ass in reluctantly, I think, but he's in it now, I think.
Yeah, hell yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, we got Cam because you moved in here before we started, and we were going to turn the garage into an office.
Well, Eric and I were still living at our other house when the microphones and mixer came in.
Yep, because I remember we set up the mixer in your room where you're living with what was he calling himself when we had him? Lonnie, Theon.
Theon. I think it's the one.
Oh, okay, got it. Anyway, previous episode if you've been keeping up with us, and we set it up there. We didn't do anything with that though, and then we ran a couple of test episodes in the garage, but the audio was awful.
Yeah, terrible. I wish we would have kept that.
It would have been good. Well, I think one of them we didn't. Did we record it or we just lose it? I don't remember what happened.
I don't know. We probably didn't even record it.
We lost.
We were recording.
We lost a lot initially. The fact that the mediocrity you guys see here is leaps and bounds better than it was 6 months ago is crazy.
It is. I think we're on. I was looking at it like
we got to be getting close
months.
to.
I think we're 8 months now.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, and we've made steps.
We have made
huge steps. It's baby steps.
Yeah, I would like to get. I would like to make
some bigger leaps.
Steps.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
But
it'd be good.
You know, we're getting there.
But nobody leaps. Baby steps. You got to wait for that break. We'll find it.
We'll find it. Got the editing software now, which is a huge deal to me.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. No, it's good. We're learning. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. Teaching ourselves, though, which is
That's
impressive.
the biggest part.
Yeah.
Everything here, self-taught, or the internet, because the internet's
believe
dope.
it or not. I know it's hard to believe.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that this level of content can come out of nowhere like this, but it does.
Yeah. It's a rare occurrence that it does. But for the future of the channel, Hardcore Casuals, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Instagram, I think. We're still working on that. We need some social media help, really.
Yeah.
People can do that better than I can.
For sure.
What kind of direction do you want to take with this? Because I think all four of us, our visions are more or less the same, but
they're similar.
They're similar,
which helps. We have a similar core.
Right.
I'd like it to work out. You know, we keep pumping out more and more videos. Something daily would be great. We just don't have the manpower or the know-how right now to get a daily system going. Because that was one of our initial thoughts, was like a daily show, like
a morning show.
Yeah, like they used to do.
Like we could broadcast
but
on.
But turns
Twitch
out we're not morning people.
No, we're not.
And we don't have the time right now. But
I mean, we could, but it would have to be early.
God, so early.
Because I don't usually, because I'm on like a night work schedule.
Yep.
But you have class in the morning.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm going on.
So we would have to do it before your classes, which is like what time? Like 10ish or something.
It depends. I got to be at school at 8:30 tomorrow. Yeah, just when I showed up this morning too.
8:30? Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm running dry, dude. I'm trying to get it done. I'm gonna be done by next Christmas.
Yeah. Next Christmas, man, that's far away, but
doesn't it feel that way?
We can work something out. We need to get some sort of live shows.
Yeah, I've still been dabbling with it, figuring out how to. Really need to get what we need to do is get Dustin on some artwork when he's got a break for us, and set up some. This is all now we're shop talk at this point, but set up some overlays for the OBS to run the live stream. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah. So for the direction though, are you thinking? Well, how would you like to see this channel grow, though? Like, do you just run it? Is your idea just kind of focusing on the podcast? Because what I would like to move more into the podcast, but also shorts. I've talked to you about. I'd like to actually produce something.
Sure. We can do something stupid. I've got a new video on Facebook you should look at. We can.
What is it? You want to pitch
adapt that? No, not really. It's like the pitch is it's for school, but it's about sequencing and like setting up shots with no jump cuts and blah blah blah. It's really stupid. It's silent, but we can add sound obviously to the version we do for the thing. But my buddy Rob, I call it Rob Finds Rob, and he's sitting in the chair. He gets a phone call. Oh God, what's happening? Oh, I'm scared. So he gets in the car. He does some walking, does some driving, finds a body under a blanket, pulls the blanket back, and it's himself.
Yeah. Now you shot this?
Yeah, today.
Oh, this.
This is what I was working on earlier.
Okay.
Edited, it's up, yeah.
Where'd you guys shoot it at?
Around the house.
Around the house.
Yeah.
Around his house or?
No, around mine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like around the outside of your house?
And inside. There's some couch stuff, black and white. It's beautiful. Anyway, we can.
Awesome.
It's a thing that as I was doing, I was like, man, we could.
Do you want to put that on the channel?
It's silent. It's one of those things that, like, in context, as I talk to you now, and I can tell you,
Can
no,
you put,
it's
like music behind it.
Yeah, we could totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the channel.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I would like that's kind of where I would like to take.
The
channel is I would like to because you can do playlists and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I would like to have like a shorts playlist. Podcast. I don't know, vlogs maybe.
Sure.
If shit ever interesting
Just
happens.
diversify.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever gets people to watch. We need to also break out into specifically audio as well.
Right.
Get our
iTunes,
podcasts.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, work on RSS feeds and stuff we can understand.
Now, can we not just pull the audio off of these?
We could. No, that's what I'm saying, but we need to. Then we could publish it onto Back to Shop Talk. We need to find. If we set up a website, we can set up an RSS feed through the website, and this RSS feed will publish us to SoundCloud, podcast services around the globe, and iTunes. But the trick is getting the RSS feed.
Right. Now, is iTunes? Do you have to pay to be on there?
No. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with this RSS feed that I barely understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, it's all. If you're listening, man, and you have like, call me.
Yeah. That should be the next step, though. We should definitely get our audio out there as well. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I think we all have kind of the same direction we'd like to go.
We're at the core.
And because I feel like we all kind of have the same inspirations,
Yeah.
or we've all looked up to.
Similar
kind of the
people.
same- yeah. Do you want to name some of the ones you kind of looked up to?
Man,
I think I probably know them, but I mean,
sure, yeah. I mean, Colin Moriarty was great. I liked Colin, though, when he
Probably
was
Long Island.
feeding off the energy of a Greg Miller at Kind of Funny
Best duo
or
ever.
from
Best
Podcast
duo
Beyond.
ever.
I also like what Max Scoville and Brian Altano are doing at IGN right now. It's not,
I've listened to some Brian.
Brian's a real knowledgeable guy, and he
Yeah.
plays off knowledgeable people as well. But Max Scoville, despite being what's the word I'm looking for? Smarter than he seems. You know what I mean? He's got an art degree and he knows things, composition and painting and blah blah blah. He's frankly an idiot on the internet.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah,
his-
is it all an act though?
I don't know if it's all an act, but like sometimes when he says things, you're like, oh shit, you're smart. You know what I mean? It's like, oh damn. And then other times it's like, oh, okay. But I like the way him and Altano's energy feeds off each other. They're a
They're
good,
doing
pretty good
Beyond
team.
together.
They are
among other
hosting.
things,
They're
probably?
hosting Beyond, and they also do Up at Noon now.
Okay.
Basically,
Which
they-
Greg Miller created that. Didn't
yeah, they hired Max Scoville essentially to replace Greg
Right.
Miller at IGN. But I think he's doing a great job despite a lot of the hate the internet gives him.
I haven't seen a lot of the hate. I also haven't seen a lot of the Max Scoville stuff.
Yeah, you should check him out. I think you'd like him.
What I have seen, I like.
Yeah,
You know, but
he's a talent. I also like what Giant Bomb's doing. They do a much longer form weekly podcast situation. It's from the Giant Bombcast and the what's the other one they do? The Giant Bombcast, the one I listen to, and it's damn near almost 3 hours every week of
is
just
that
like
IGN thing?
no, that's Giant Bomb's.
Giant Bomb's
It's
a
one of their.
separate deal?
It's like a competitor of them, kind of. They're not as big. They don't produce as much content. It's like
Right.
6 or 7 guys. But they do good work. I like them a whole lot. Who
Are
else
they
is good?
kind of like? Are they more pop culture based or?
No, it's deep cut video game stuff. They're fucking PC nerds.
Yeah.
Are building arcade cabinets. They're those guys. So that it's not content I wrap my head around all the time, but they're doing a very good job at like what they do. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who else? Pop culture stuff. You listen to Pockets Full of Soup.
Pockets Full of Soup. Yes, I have.
Jared
That's,
Petty.
Jared Petty,
Yeah.
which is he's also like a big.
He's
fan
ex
of
IGN. Yeah. Now he's left. He works for EA now or something.
Okay.
But Pockets Full of Soup is an interesting story podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I've seen a lot of Brian stuff. Brian
Yeah, I cut,
O'Connell.
I guess, to Brian Altano, one of my favorite podcasts I've listened to in the last ever, I would argue, ever. Favorite podcast ever is Brian Altano talking about living in New York City at the time of 9/11.
That's a Pocket Full of Soup episode.
Uh-huh.
Now, does he have two? Because is that the
Yeah,
same episode that he talked about his mom and how
No.
she was really into art and stuff?
No.
Okay, so I've only
He's
watched one.
got two different ones. He did the one about his mom, which is good because he's an articulate guy. I like
Right.
listening to him talk.
That's the podcast that I learned everything really about.
Yeah, but the one where he gets on and talks about 9/11, dude. Oh,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
yeah, you should.
I'm
It's
gonna watch
good.
that tonight.
It's excellent.
Yeah. The Pocket Full of Soup episode. I think the very first episode they did with Greg Miller
Yep.
is very emotional. Also.
Yeah. Just talking about cancer in that one.
Yeah. Because
And his divorce.
Greg Miller, a cancer survivor,
Mm-hmm.
also mentored a kid, I believe, who
Yeah.
also had cancer
Uh-huh.
before
Yeah.
Greg got it.
Yeah,
Like
he's
right
got
out
a
of journalism school.
He's had an interesting situation.
He really has, man.
Interesting
God,
guy. I still
yeah.
like his content. He's doing great with Kind of Funny Games Daily. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
big fan. Andrea Renee on there is excellent as well. I'm going to add a
Yeah.
woman to my
Is
list.
is she on there permanently?
Yeah, she does 3 episodes a week with them,
Okay.
and then maybe it's 2 with her, 2 with Tim, and 1 with this Gary Whitta character, who is not very knowledgeable with the games, but he's writing the Star Wars Last Jedi comic adaptation. So he's like a very talented writer. He's just not knowledgeable for that show, I guess.
I see. Yeah, and you know who's also like that? Nick Scarpino, who's
Yeah.
also had a crazy amount of room to grow
Yeah.
since Colin took his leave. And
Yeah.
I think he's really blossomed as a content creator as well. He's doing stand-up and stuff now, which is awesome.
Yeah, he's grown in weird ways, though. I don't like their new MCU in Review series.
Yeah, it kind of seems to me like they're running out of ideas a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't
When
know.
you do
Maybe
that
that's
many
just what
shows
they
a
want.
week,
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
oof.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oof.
Yeah, but those are the guys who
Yeah.
really inspired me also
For sure.
to like really start this.
Yep.
That's who. I think that's really the first podcast that I ever really like binge watched and got into. And Kind of Funny, I actually watched their content before any IGN stuff. So
Yeah.
I started with Kind of Funny and then blossomed into like H3H3.
Uh-huh. Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth, absolutely. Rooster Teeth was a big one because Red versus Blue is awesome,
Sure.
but I didn't really know anything about them until Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
So I owe them a lot of credit, and we'll always owe them a lot of credit if we get big. When we get
Go
big.
shout them out.
When
Yeah.
we get big.
Yeah. When it works out.
Absolutely. So that's pretty cool. Now, Kyler, I got a little game for you. We're gonna break off into this little game.
I love games.
This will be our last little thing we do together.
Last thing we do together. I think we've got
for the evening. Actually, we got another. We got the games chat.
Yeah,
too.
we've got another podcast coming up.
What you get? You got something to talk about that?
I do. Yeah.
Actually, let's before we do this little game, which is gonna be, I think it'll be fun.
I'm excited.
I just want to touch on the Dr. Disrespect thing real quick.
Why you want to talk? What? Okay. What are you at?
You want to say that for the Gamescast?
No, I wasn't even going to use it.
Okay. Oh well.
I mean, I was gonna stick it in, but like my talking points were some other newsier items. But it was gonna come up just because you can't help it. It's interesting.
Yeah. What do you think about it? To give you guys some context of what happened, Dr. Disrespect, after a very emotional, out of character video admitting.
And by out of character, he doesn't mean like out of context. He means like he's literally doing a character.
Right.
And Dr. Disrespect, the person, sat down and was like.
No, Dr. Disrespect is what is it? I don't know.
I don't know his name. But what I'm saying is the person who plays Dr. Disrespect sat down.
Sat down without the wig.
Yeah.
Without the glasses. Without the bulletproof vest.
Yeah, came as the guy, not as the character.
Mm-hmm.
Is what he means by out of character, not out of characters, and he murdered somebody on stream.
Absolutely. That's very out of character for him. That was very out of character for him.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah.
But he came on and admitted basically he cheated on his wife. He was taking a break from streaming, focus on family, and he was gone maybe a month, 2 months.
It was the beginning of December, I feel like.
Okay, so about
almost 2
months. Yeah.
Came back for the first time.
Longer than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because when I can't believe I'm even going to talk about this or just even give this guy with the Logan Paul thing. When he did that whole suicide video, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm stepping away." He was gone maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before.
Some people can't help themselves, man.
Yeah, he could have stopped. But Dr. Disrespect
really took a break, and I like to think
he really did.
I know I haven't seen the video, but from some of the threads I've read on the internet via Reddit and Facebook, there was like a comeback video he made a couple days ago. He announced.
I watched that. It was like a little 2-minute trailer.
Yeah, he announced his comeback and gave it a date, which, by the way, I think is smart that he didn't just show up one day. But they say he kind of made light of the cheating in the video, and like a lot of people aren't in love with that.
He didn't really. What it was like a very, very edgy, like he'd be like, "It's the doc," and it'd be like getting cut out for a minute. Be like, "I'm coming back."
Yeah.
Stronger than ever.
Okay. So he
Invincible.
didn't really address it at all. Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. No, that's fine.
He's like, he was like, it would cut out and be like,
right.
He's like, I didn't think I would make it out of this alive, but I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So
that's
I
some people
that,
are.
But I mean, like that's.
But the internet's
that's him
hate.
coming back.
The internet's gonna hate everything.
He moved on.
And he had to come back as that character too. That's how that character would respond.
Absolutely.
So. But yeah, so he comes back. Was that man? I text you Monday. Was it yesterday? Mm-hmm. Or not yesterday for context, but it was Monday of this week. He at the time I caught an article, and he wasn't done streaming. He'd made over $100,000, and he shut down Twitch's servers. He had so many people trying to get on his stream.
At the time you sent me that text, I looked up the article, and as they were writing it, he had 350,000 concurrent viewers.
Jesus.
By the time Twitch broke, which he also tweeted just a very simple broke Twitch, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He had 383,000,
which now we know is the most Twitch can handle.
Which, well, see, Twitch has handled more for the 2017 E3.
Yeah, because they're prepared for it, though.
Yeah. But so Dr. Disrespect breaks the record for most concurrent viewers, which previously held it was Tyler One. If you've ever heard of him, he's a infamous League of Legends player.
Okay, that makes sense. Of the League of Legends player.
Yeah, he got banned from League of Legends just for his toxicity.
Sure.
And
it's a tough word to say.
Yeah, it came out weird. Yeah. But yeah, very infamous player, and when he came back, he had like 350 something.
Oh, so it was also on a comeback.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this guy's pretty crazy to watch. Actually, he's just like this super buff, roided out, like 18-year-old, like super buff dude with like a super high pitched voice, and he just rages on camera. That's what he got famous for. So the League people, Riot, I believe, they banned him. They banned like 22 of his accounts, and so he finally came back, had that record. Dr. Disrespect broke it. Anyways, pretty fucking crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Great business plan, really.
What? Cheat on your
Want
wife?
to make money?
A break,
Cheat
come
on
back.
your wife. Take a
break.
break. Come back. 100,000 grand.
Yeah.
$100,000.
Yeah. Either way, it's crazy. I knew it was going to be a success when he came back, but I didn't foresee that.
I knew it was going to be big. I wasn't surprised, really.
I don't know. I guess as
I
somebody,
know 350,000 people knew who Dr. Disrespect
yeah,
was.
I like some of his bits. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like as I wasn't like, oh god, he's on stream. Let me get over there. As a whole, I don't find the whole thing entertaining. But
I do kind of know. I've watched enough. See, the secret is to watch like his highlights, like little compilation.
Well, see, that's
videos.
different than watching the stream, though. I would never hop on a stream and just like wait for something to happen with him.
Right. Well, he plays a lot of PUBG.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty into that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably watch it. And he's fucking good too.
Yeah, he is good.
It is. Speaking
It's
of,
crazy.
yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
Shut down
absolutely.
Twitch.
Absolutely. All right, let's play this little game. We'll get out of here.
Hit me.
We'll call it. Can you guess the news title? All right. So I have some headlines here.
Okay.
With a word missing.
Okay.
And I have several different options.
Okay.
That I want you to try to guess which one it is. I have the answers as well.
Gotcha.
So let's see. Let me get to the first one here.
This is good. I like this.
Yeah.
This is positive.
Yeah, they're just kind of goofy.
Are they pretty outrageous headlines?
They're outrageous.
Or some of these good? Okay.
Outrageous. All right. So for the first one, here's the headline.
Hit me.
Canadian caught with 51 blank in his pants
Mm-hmm.
pleads guilty in Michigan. Do you even want to try? Well, there's 4 options here. Do you want to try to just take a crack at it?
51.
Canadian caught with 51 blank in his pants pleads guilty in Michigan.
50. See, here's the thing. I'm trying to think of something small enough that 51 of them would fit in your pants.
Right. Could be large pants. Could be cargo pants.
They could be.
Parachute pants.
Was he a juggalo? I guess that's the question.
I don't know.
Okay.
Picture of the guy.
I'm just going to give you 51. Sorry. Stars. He was trying to be an American. There's 50 stars, but he was thinking about Puerto Rico.
Fair enough. But no, that's not it. Here's your options,
Okay.
though. 51 fish,
Okay.
cupcakes,
Mm-hmm.
turtles, or dollars. Canadian caught with 51 blank in his pants. Fish, cupcakes, turtles, or dollars.
Turtles. It's an exotic pet, and it's tough to get across borders with pets.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Fish is food. Cupcakes food. And dollars isn't very funny.
Right. Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
This guy had 51 bucks on him.
Yeah.
What do you-
Locking him up.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. All right. 120 blank dangling from a power line in Oregon.
Sneakers.
Portland, Oregon. No, too easy. Well,
Damn.
shit, I gave you one of the things. All right, so here's here's your options here.
Okay.
Sex toys,
Okay.
shoes,
Uh-huh.
raccoons,
Uh-huh.
underpants.
It's sex toys.
All right,
Portland's
you're
weird.
not making this really fun.
Portland's
You're getting
weird.
you're getting them right the first time.
Yeah. Well, it's because you gave me sneakers.
It could be raccoons.
Yeah.
Or underpants.
I mean, I don't think they have
Underpants
raccoons.
would be funny.
It'd be about as funny as sex toys. Like, it depends on the underpants, I guess.
Right.
Large underpants, funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like regular size underpants, probably not.
Yeah. Sex toys were hanging from a power line in Oregon.
Yeah.
Fucking liberals.
Yeah.
Blank could be the greatest athletes on the planet. This one's not super great, but
Blank could be the greatest athletes on the planet.
Uh-huh.
Is it one word?
yes, they're all one word.
Blank could be the greatest athletes on the planet. We got to tread lightly here. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, Kyler.
Jugglers.
Jugglers. Okay, no.
The hand-eye coordination.
No,
No? Is jugglers even on the list?
no, absolutely not.
Should be. They're talented.
Robots,
Uh-huh.
toddlers,
Uh-huh.
fish, and panthers.
Panthers.
Wrong.
What's the situation?
Fish.
They can do a lot.
Could be the greatest athletes on the planet.
Yeah, I like to read the article, I think.
They don't have hands.
Yeah, but like think about the things that they can do with the amount of muscle they have.
Right.
Does that make sense?
You have an example?
Like
Swim
jump
through
out of the
hoops.
water.
Jump out of the... Is that a...
Can you swim so fast you can jump out of the water? Spoilers, the answer is no.
trying to think. My whole body have to leave. the
Yeah,
water.
you gotta get out of the water. I don't want you just to get up. I mean, I want... That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
No, I can't. All right.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
But a fish can.
Greatest athletes on the planet are fish.
Yeah.
All right, this one's kind of a funny one.
No, I'm going back. And they have to keep moving to live. They can't stop moving.
True.
Yeah, because the water has to go over their gills for them to extract the air out of it. They can't stop moving, dog. Or that's sharks. I'm pretty sure fish can't stop moving. Write that down.
I think
The point is
we'll
that
look that up later.
yeah, the point is I don't think you can move for 24/7. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
All right. Petition to rename Australian currency blank reaches 14,000 signatures.
Dingo bucks.
That's actually
Is it one of the options?
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
Dingo bucks is what you said?
Yeah.
All right, so
Dingo dollars, I guess. I like the way that rings a little bit.
dingo dollar. That'll be 6 dingo dollars.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Australian pounds.
Uh-huh. That's lame. This can't be that. This is a trick.
Minigus.
Okay.
Mysterious girls.
Interesting.
And dollary doos.
Oh, I love dollary doos. Tell me it's dollary doos.
It's dollary dues,
Okay,
man.
good.
14,000 people signed a petition to rename their currency.
Where's the petition? Because I'll sign it. I will get a fake IP address from Australia and get my name on there.
Dollary dues, man.
That's good. Like the didgeridoo. That's good.
Yeah, dollary dues. All right. Oh, wait. Let me see here. How many? All right. I got 4 more for us.
Hit me.
Hold up. I lost it.
Dollary dues. I can't get over that. I like that that's a thing.
All right. This one's fun. Sex offender escapes Norwegian jail on a...
Ooh. Escapes the jail on a... So you got to think about it. I'm going to go with elephant. There's a circus. They're there entertaining the prisoners.
Right.
Catches an elephant. Gets out front.
Do they get entertainment in jail?
I don't know. Sometimes.
I think like Elvis played in jail.
Well, I mean, he was like... I think the idea was he was in jail.
No, I think he like played for him though. I heard there was some like rock band that got to go to a jail and like play for inmates,
Interesting.
but I feel like that's a terrible idea to get them all rounded
Yeah.
up like that. But you say elephant
Yeah, sure. Circus was there.
circus was at the jail.
Doing some charity stuff.
All right, so here's your options because
Hit me.
elephant is definitely not one of them.
Ah, damn.
Private jet,
Okay.
helicopter,
Uh-huh.
surfboard,
Uh-huh.
or hot air balloon. Sex offender escapes Norwegian jail on a...
Surfboard. Maybe there's a coastline and surfboard washes up. He paddles out on it.
You got that one too.
Did I really?
You did.
Yeah.
Escapes on a surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the hell would it...
I figure maybe it's up against the beach or something.
Uh-huh.
Surfboard washes up from, beachgoers elsewhere.
Damn,
Oh,
how
damn.
tight with it? Well, he's a sex offender, so it's not
Sure,
that cool.
no, it's not great.
But how sick would it be to just
But if
like,
you're in there,
escape some
if
sort
you're
of
there
scenario
on
like that
drug charges and you didn't really deserve to be in prison,
Right.
and you
Yeah,
found
oh,
a
shit.
surfboard, yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
and taught yourself how to surf
Just to get
during
out
the
of prison.
escape?
Pretty sweet.
Damn,
That's pretty much the coolest story you've ever heard.
that would be dope.
Fuck you, sex offender.
Yeah,
Not sure into that,
Not
asshole.
cool. Italy police seize 221 blank from bribery suspect.
Baguettes.
No.
No? Come on, man. Baguettes is pretty
Give
solid.
me another guess.
Pesos.
No.
Lasagna.
Italy uses euros, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. Spaghettis.
Spaghettis. So cats, euros, lizards, or toy trains.
Toy trains.
God, yeah, you got it too.
That's the only thing on there that it's not euros. You know what I mean? That's too easy. Toy trains, like people collect those. You could sell them again,
Yeah.
like laundering money.
Or fifth option, spaghettis.
Spaghettis.
You had 221 spaghettis.
Yeah.
on 'em.
That's not plates of spaghetti. That's individual spaghetti noodles.
All
I
right.
guess you could cut up into even more.
I have 3
noodles.
more, but I'm only going to do these 2.
Hit me.
Blank are used to drive homeless people away from Bournemouth. It's a town, probably.
It's in England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, am I saying that correctly?
Bournemouth, I believe.
Bournemouth?
But what do I know? They got a pretty bad soccer.
Spelled mouth, but you know.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking England.
Blank used to drive homeless people away from town in England.
To drive them away. You know that shit, the dog whisperer, Caesar, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, "Tsk, tsk." I believe they taught all the people in homes to tsk the homeless.
Oh, damn.
I don't know what that like. And in one word, I guess.
Skull? Is that just like a? That's not like a
I
skull.
guess tsk, used to drive. Tsk, would be the word I would put there.
Okay. All right. So
It's not on there though, is it?
mm-mm.
Wouldn't be.
No. Clock towers,
Uh-huh.
dogs,
Uh-huh.
bagpipes,
Uh-huh.
or benches.
See, this could go two ways, all right? Bagpipes, the sound's annoying, right?
Yeah.
But at its core, that's going to annoy everybody.
Sure.
Right? Benches, right? You don't give them benches, you take their benches so they can't sleep. I say benches.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You don't think it's clock towers?
I think the reason clock towers would work is because of the bells, right. Which goes back to the bagpipe reason of me not thinking it's going to work.
Okay.
So take their benches.
Or you could just play very loud bagpipes.
Is that really it?
That's what it is.
That feels like it hurts everybody.
So, because if you put benches in there, it would be like benches are used to drive homeless people away from Burnmouth.
Right.
I feel like that would just attract more homeless.
Sure, but what if your benches were angled this way slightly? Mm-hmm. That way when you laid on it to sleep, you would roll off onto the ground.
That's true. That's not the answer.
Bagpipes. I feel like that would annoy more regular citizens than it did drive off homeless.
Yeah. Well, that's I like the sound of bagpipes.
I
was down by like Empire Slice House, and there was just 3 random dudes playing their bagpipes.
Yeah.
They went into
fucking Plaza, man.
They went into
Plaza ass thing I've ever heard.
They Empire Slice House, the little like wine bar right next to it.
Okanor.
Okanor, yeah, super small.
Yeah.
And they went in 3 of them with loud ass bagpipes in there.
No,
people
thank
just
you.
started funneling out.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's fair.
God.
Yes, it
yeah,
works.
But I like the sound of them. If you can play them.
Yeah.
Here's the last one.
I'm excited. I'm going to crush this one.
All right.
I'm going to get it before you give me the options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woman jailed for blank.
One
Woman
word?
jailed for blank. Nope. It can be as many words as you please.
Really? Okay. This is real open-ended, and it's a shot in the dark.
It's an obscure one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, woman jailed for some reason my mind's going back to juggling, which was the athlete's question.
Mm-hmm.
So, juggling babies holding knives. Because that puts the babies in danger.
So this
where she had that many
woman
knives.
let her child juggle knives.
Yeah. No.
Or
She was
juggled.
She had several children.
She had 3 babies.
She was juggling the children. The children were holding knives.
Okay.
So you're endangering children not only because juggling them is probably dangerous, but they have knives.
Jesus. That's right again. All
Yeah.
right, we're going to
Shit,
wrap
guys.
this up.
It's been good.
You did
Damn.
not get that.
Son of a bitch.
Adultery, hoarding kittens, stealing cardboard boxes, or loud sex noises. Hit it on the head. Hit it on the head, Kyle.
Hit it on the head. Man, my gut says loud sex noises or stealing cardboard boxes.
Not hoarding kittens or adultery?
Not hoarding kittens. That's not fun. Adultery is not actually illegal in most places. Sex noises.
Got it.
Poof. Feeling good. Sure, it wasn't juggling babies holding knives, but like whatever.
So you got 1, 2. What did you miss one? You missed one.
I missed one. Yeah.
You missed the.
Bagpipes.
Oh, you missed.
I might have missed 2. Because I got bagpipes.
No, you missed bagpipes.
Missed bagpipes, yeah.
But you got the surfboard one. You just
did
thought
get the
he
surfboard.
escaped on an elephant.
Yeah, I mean, but you weren't giving me the answers, so I was doing my best.
Yeah. Well, you were.
I didn't know contextually that the prison was by the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Or that
What did I say? Sweden? It was in Sweden? Or
Norway?
Switzerland?
Something like that? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
Switzerland's landlocked.
Yeah.
Great skiing out there, I hear.
Really?
Yeah. Good tennis players. The Swiss Alps. You
Oh,
ever heard
yeah,
of this?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
One good tennis player. He goes on
Who's
stamp.
that?
Roger Federer.
Roger Federer. Oh, he just kind of won like everything, didn't he?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard of him.
Yep.
Anyways, Kyler, thank you very much. We got to record this games cast.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being my guest tonight.
Dude, hey,
or
man.
actually,
It's being on the show.
just,
Yeah.
you're not a
Just
guest.
here. I'm around.
This is your show. Thank you guys. Watching another episode of Beside the Point. We
Appreciate you.
are getting close still. I know you're tired of hearing it.
Hey.
Because we are tired of saying it.
I'm
we
not
need
tired
100
of saying
subs. That video would look a lot better if it said hardcore casuals.
Wouldn't it look so damn
And
good?
We will make some fucking t-shirts and
hot
stuff
merch.
soon, just to celebrate 100 subs.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but it means a lot.
Are we
to us.
celebrating 100 subs or the URL? I guess is the question.
Both, I would think. We're
Well, I mean, I
celebrating.
think
we're
the
celebrating
URL is
100
good.
subs by getting a URL and making merch.
Right, but I think the URL is going to take a little time to talk to President YouTube and sort that out, right? I don't think it's just like an overnight thing. But I know we are celebrating. There'll be a video. I want the biggest bottle of Cokes we can find, which is name brand champagne, and I want to pop that bottle.
Yep, we will do that.
Yeah.
Well, let's buy a couple of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we'll make it right.
If we're gonna make a video out of it, we're gonna make it
For
interesting.
sure.
Get
As
us
we get
more.
drunk on champagne. I've never gotten drunk on champagne.
I think it's pretty hard.
I've had champagne. I thought the bubbles, like, Got you drunk faster.
I'm not sure. I've also never been drunk on champagne.
Well, here we go.
We'll make a video of it.
It'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never puked on champagne. We'll see you there.